Hi everyone, this is Jay Andy Soria, your tour guide for today. So now we are here at Negros Occidental, so I will show you some of the landmarks and historical sites here in Negros. First, we have the ruins in Talisay City. The ruins is located in Talisay, Negros Occidental, Philippines. It was built way back in early 90s. It is one of the most famous heritage landmark in the country. It is the remains of the ancestral home mansion of the family of Don Mariano Ledesma Lacson and his wife Cora Maria Osario Rosa Braga Lacson. It is nicknamed as the Taj Mahal of Negros because of its historical of love and tragedy that is similar to that of the Taj Mahal. The story of this edifice started when the wealthy sugar baron Don Mariano Ledesma Lacson met Maria Braga, a Portuguese lady from Macau. In one of his troubles, he fell in love with her so quickly that it did not take long time for him to ask the hands of Maria Braga for marriage. The two then got married and settled in Mariano's ancestral house, situated in 440 hectares plantation in Talisay. Their love resulted to them having 10 children. The tragedy in Mariano and Maria's love story started when Maria died while conceiving their 11th child. Mariano was so devastated and broken-hearted of his beloved wife death. That is why he decided to build a mansion near his ancestral house. This was his way of easing his pain from his loss. The mansion was a symbol of his undying love and affection for his wife. It was built so beautifully and became the home for Mariano and his children. During the World War II, the mansion was burnt down by the American colony Moscow to impede an invading Japanese forces from using it as a military office. The burning lasted for 3 days to its current empty cement shell. Right now, the ruins has become a tourist attraction not just because of its history, but because of its beauty that is perfect for picture taking. It is now in a private ownership of the great-grandchild of Mariano and Maria, who preserved its ruinous state despite being in the midst of operational farm. Next is San Sebastian Cathedral. San Sebastian Church was first built as a little chapel made of wood in the early 19th century. That time, the church only had one small deal. But the end of the century, the church was reconstructed into a bigger structure made of coral stone from Guimaras and hardwood from Palawan. The finished structure was inaugurated in 1882 and was later officially declared as a cathedral, the seat of the bishop in 1930. Two bell towers that used to bear the church bell stand on each side of the cathedral. The two antique bells had been removed from the bell tower in 1970s and are now designed outside on the church ground for the better preservation. Next is Balay Negrense. Balay Negrense is one of the tourist spots situated in Silay City, Negros Occidental, Philippines. This antique house houses different artifacts being used by the Negrense few decades ago. Balay Negrense is an Hiligaynon phrase which means Negrense refers to the people living in the province of Negros and Balay or a house. An artistically crafted museum in Silay City, Negros Occidental, showcasing the Negrense sugar baron lifestyle of 19th century and popular known as Balay Negrense Museum. It is the first museum to come up in the Negros Occidental province and is one of the most visited heritage house in Silay City. It is a century-old house in Silay City which was owned by Victor Fernandez Gaston, the eldest son of the prominent sugar baron Yves Gaston and Prudencia Fernandez. It was built between 1897 to 1900, then abandoned in the mid-1970s, repaired by the government, and was inaugurated on October 6, 1990. Next is El Ideal Bakery. El Ideal is housed in the Cesar Lacson Luxin Ancestral House, a National Historical Institute certified heritage structure. The bakery started operation in 1920, specializing in homemade bread and cookies, and was handed down from one generation to the next up to its current proprietor, Marites and Cesar Grandot. The bakery had evolved since, now offering more pantries choices, most notable of which are guapol pie, angel cookies, pan de chosa, and the traditional. Next, we have General Juan Araneta's monument. The Araneta monument is a life-size replica of General Juan A. Araneta on horseback. It depicts the monumentous event when the legendary hero was leading in the troop armed only with nipa sack and rode sa wali mat, painted black, in an attack leading to the historic bluff that liberates Negros for Spanish conquistadores in 1890. Within the foundation of the said monument are the remains that the late Garland, leader and the hero of Bago. Last is Hofelina Heritage House. The ancestral home is also known as the Manuel Severino Josefina Ancestral House. This house became a heritage house and pursuant to the Board Resolution Number 3 dated April 6, 1993 of the National Historical Institute of the Philippines. The Josefina Ancestral House is now considered as one of Silay Public Museum. Although not all can easily get inside the house, many people still choose to wait outside the house and expect someone to entertain them.